Hello, I hope you're having a good day. My name is TR Rose and I am late to the game. I had a request on my last video to do a video about this item from my Mario collection. It's kind of weird looking. It's got dangling feet, it's got arms that move, and a hat that pops off the top. What is it? This item is called a puppet cooler. It came out in 1989. I went on eBay and I saw a multitude of puppet coolers based around popular sports stars of the late 80s and early 90s, including Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Wayne Gretzky, Darryl Strawberry, and many, many more. Some of them were even twice as tall. I guess that works for the basketball players. There were some that were also based around popular pop musicians, including Michael Jackson and the New Kids on the Block. There were also 3 cartoon character versions that I saw listed on eBay. One, of course, is our good friend Mario, but there was also Fred Flintstone and the Tasmanian Devil. This is incredibly strange to me. None of these characters seem like they're related in any way. There's no common theme of licensing. And honestly, they're kind of weird. Mario works with his hat being the lid, but how do you do this with the other characters? It seems like a very strange choice. Now, the way that a puppet cooler works is that you lift the top, which is usually represented by a hat or something. You lift off the top, and inside is a cup and a cooling element that pulls out, leaving this empty. You can pull the center cup out and use it to hold a drink, I guess. Kool-Aid? Milk? I don't know. And then there's this thing that is hollow. It's like a big cup, and it's got a liquid inside. I think you're supposed to put this in the freezer, and then when you want to go somewhere, you'll take this out of the freezer, you'll put it inside your puppet cooler, and then add your cup or an ordinary can of soda, which fits perfectly into the center. Close your lid and you're ready to go. There's some little notches here where I think it had a carrying strap, so you would put this over your arm like a camera case and take it with you. I've never seen anybody with one of these in person. Certainly never seen anybody using one of these. The only time I've seen another puppet cooler in person was at the National Video Game Museum in Frisco, Texas. They had the Mario one that I have here. This one has been in my collection for a long time. I didn't get it new, but I think I found it at a flea market or a thrift store in the mid-90s. Now Mario here looks like he could use a little bit of retro brighting. He looks like he's gone a little bit yellowed. And looking at Mario, aside from the date on the back, which says 1989 first edition, you can also tell this is definitely an old school Mario product based on his colors. You see here he has his red overalls and blue shirt, and around the Super Mario Bros. 3 era, Mario's colors were swapped to give him blue overalls and a red shirt. You can also see his hair, which there's a lot more hair shown on Mario than he usually is shown with, aside from Mario Odyssey version, of course. And his hair is black. From about Super Mario Bros. 3 on, he was shown with brown hair instead of black. And he's got a mushroom in his hand here, so this is probably based around the original Super Mario Bros., not Mario 2. If it was Mario 2, he would probably have a turnip in his hand instead. So it's a very unusual collectible. It's still in pretty good shape, nothing's broken. I don't know if the cooler pack still works because honestly I've never tried it. I've never had the need to take Mario with me on a picnic or a road trip to keep my drink cool. But it is a very cute little container. And since we're on the subject of drinks and sodas, I thought this would be a great time to showcase another unusual item in my collection. And that is a set of these miniature soda cans that are from 1993. I have 2 versions of these cans. One is labeled as Faygo and one is labeled as Shasta. Functionally, there is no difference between the two. Well, there wasn't back in 1993. Growing up in Western Pennsylvania, Faygo sodas were ubiquitous. You could go to the grocery store and find them in any Giant Eagle or Shop and Save or other local grocery chain. And 3 of the 4 flavors had an exact correlation between the Mario flavor and the actual Faygo soda. These all tasted really good. I think the Yoshi was my least favorite, but they were all pretty tasty. Mario was the fruit punch flavor. Luigi Berry was not blue raspberry. It was actually the Faygo Jazzin' Bluesberry flavor that was more of a blueberry than a blue raspberry. It was bright blue though, going with the trend of 80s and 90s foods that were inexplicably blue. It was bright blue. Princess Toadstool, notice this is before she was Princess Peach. Princess Toadstool gets cherry flavor. And it wasn't the standard cherry, it was actually the Cherry Festival flavor, which was far superior. Interestingly enough, I went online and tried to find a picture of Cherry Festival, which apparently has been discontinued for longer than Faygo has had a web presence. I even used the Wayback Machine, and there is no evidence online that there was a Cherry Festival flavor, aside from a few people asking for it to come back. So that's definitely a time capsule piece right there. And poor Yoshi Apple was never available in any form from Faygo. It was kind of a sour apple, kind of like a green Jolly Rancher flavor. It wasn't my favorite of the 4. I honestly think it was the Cherry Festival because that was a really delicious flavor. But these were available 1993. They have a call out on them to look inside to win Nintendo prizes. Obviously, I never won any Nintendo prizes. For me, I guess the prize was, oh my gosh, I have Mario soda. And I remember that my family found these at a Big Lots. And I'm guessing that was after the sweepstakes had ended, but before the soda expired. So the soda was still good, you just weren't going to win any prizes from it. I went on eBay and tried to see if any of the cans were still out there, and there were a few people selling them for astronomical rates. So apparently I have an investment here, you know, for anybody who collects 30-year-old soda cans. So if you enjoyed the content in today's video, please leave a comment below and let me know if there's something else in my Mario collection that you'd like to see me show. And until then, please like, subscribe, and mash that bell. And most importantly, I hope you enjoyed the video today.